Well, hello everyone. It's Joe from the Strange Voyage Files. It is January 31st, 2026, and I am doing Melissa from Mercyful Fate. Now, not a Mercyful Fate fan. I have listened to this album once because I did like that ranking, the top 20 or top 10 or whatever it was, um, debut albums. And I remember I listened to this album because I think this is their first one, right? That's the one I listened to. No, I didn't. No. So I listened to. No, it must be. I don't even remember. Yeah, it had to have been this because Merciful Fate. Okay, that's a. Looks like this is an EP. Just the Merciful Fate. Merciful Fate. Yeah. Okay. So Melissa is the first full length album. So yeah, I thought I had heard this one before. Um, I'm not big into the whole satanic thing. I never have been. I've said that before, and and I'm sure a lot of this was all, just for show. I remember watching that documentary, Metal, and he interviewed King Diamond, and he kind of said, he's more play up this whole satanic thing, but still, it's not. It was never my thing. It's not anything that I. It's a big reason why I never listened to Slayer. And Tom Araya has flat out said, they pushed that whole satanic thing. Just is more gimmick than anything, but just not my. So it's my. That's it. That's why I never really got into Merciful Fate and King Diamond. But I said, okay, a lot of people love Merciful Fate. Love this album. Love Don't Break the Oath. Love Abigail. And I do plan to listen probably somewhere down the line. I don't think in the near future because I like to spread them apart. Um, I definitely will listen to Don't Break the Oath, Abigail. And I think there's another King Diamond album. What's the other one? Hang on. I'm very kind of curious. What's the other King Diamond album? Yeah, he really. Yeah, I'm on the old Wikipedia here. Come on, where's your discography? Abigail, them. Yeah, them was the other one I remember. And man, I love the artwork. God, do I love the artwork with this stuff. The Eye was that one. It doesn't really do much for me. Conspiracy. No, but Abigail. I mean, I know Abigail is. Yeah, man, these album covers are awesome. I will not buy the shirts though because I think that's if you're not a fan of that band, I that's not something I would do. I love that Led Zeppelin album. The like old, almost looks like a Grim Reaper holding the lamp. I don't know which song that's for. Again, I'm just kind of a fair weather Zeppelin fan. Put it in the comments, but I'm not gonna buy that shirt, man. Because if I'm not a true fan, I'm not gonna wave the flag. At any rate, okay. So I did listen to this album again. The whole satanic thing aside, I pushed that aside. I know a lot of people's criticism of King Diamond and Merciful Fate is his voice. And of course it sounds like Halford. Um, I don't dislike it. If it was, if the whole not listening to it because of the whole Hail Satan thing was not a factor, I mean, I would definitely listen to these albums more because I think they'd probably grow on me more. And I don't know whether, because I remember, so I had just listened to this album. So, when I started with Evil and whatnot, I'm like, nah, that's his voice. I don't understand why, a lot of people complain about it. And when we got to Melissa, it was kind of like, it's not terrible, but yeah, I can see why people are turned off by his voice. Um, but I'm sure it would grow on me. I don't think it would. I don't hate it, but again, I don't really plan to listen to this album ever again, so it doesn't really matter one way or another. Um, if I don't know, it doesn't. The voice I could take or leave. It really didn't make too much of a factor. Now, totally other side of the coin, the music. This band is awesome. This band is real. My God, So again, looking at Hank Sherman, and again, I'm going totally off Wikipedia here. Michael Denner, guitars on track 1 through 11. So I'm assuming he was like a rhythm or just a second guitarist. Uh, Timmy Hansen and Kim Ruz. That man is this band good. Oh, wow, is this band great. Um, so you know, again, it's very possible if I and this album did fare well. It did fare well. You'll see where it ends up. Um, but I think it would definitely be higher again if I listened to it a few more times and a few more times and a few more times. Because man, the musicianship is outstanding. These guys are great musicians. All right, so let's take a look at this. All right, number one is Evil. Um, the so there were several times in this album that gave me Iron Maiden and Killers vibes for sure. And this one had a very Maiden-like solo. It's an okay song. It's average. It's a 3. I thought it was good. Nothing super to write home about. Now you're gonna see for me when this album goes on. Actually, side two is definitely the yeah side two of this album is the side I enjoyed between the two. So Evil, good song, a solid 3. Next one's Curse of the Pharaohs. I loved the solo. Good again, it's good. The solo was awesome. I mean, again, these musicians are great. Again, it's kind of another 3. It's another 3. Nothing special about it. Not bad. Not good. It's. I mean, it's not awesome. Not bad. Not awesome. It's a good song. It's a 3. The next one is Into the Coven. Oh yeah, I liked the medieval start. A lot of changes in it, and then it changes. Really cool. The acoustic medieval start. Very British sounding, and again, it's a 3. Good song. That one, maybe if I listen to this album 8, 9 times, maybe not even that often, that much, that one could be absolutely pushed up to a 4. But for right now, for what I got of it, it's a 3. The next one is the one that really didn't do much for me. At the Sound of the Demon Bell, what did I say? Yeah, it's a 2, and it's all over the place. This one just kind of sounds like, to me, almost like it didn't get past demo phase, and they're like, let's just record it. Okay, so that's side 1. You get to side 2 of this album, Black Funeral, and I believe this was the single, and this is an awesome riff. The riff on this is awesome. It's a 4. Great, really, really good song. And again, this is kind of where his voice is kind of just like, this would have been a close to a 5. Maybe if I listen to the song a few more times, this one would jump up to a 5. The next one is Satan's Fall. This is their, centerpiece. This is the epic one on the album. It's a long one. I gave this one a 4. It's good. It really, really is good. Lots of changes. And for a long song, for me, man, that's pretty darn good to be a 4 out of that one. Then the last one is the title track, Melissa. I bet nobody has ever said anything about this song or Mercyful Fate at all, but I could be wrong. This gave me On Through the Night vibes. Something about the beginning of this song, and then later on in the song, it almost sounded like it was a song that could have been on Through the Night. I don't say I'm crazy, whatever. It was a good song. Again, it's a 4. It's a 4. None of these songs are a 5. Again, maybe after listening to this a few more times, which I'm not going to do because I just don't get into the Satan thing. Some of these would be bumped up, but yeah, Melissa is a 4. And what I say, On Through the Night, yeah, vibe in the beginning and kind of like later on during the solo. And I put down that the solo was awesome. Again, the musicians are great. So this was a great band. Average them all up 3.2, so it's a 3. That would make sense. I have no doubt if I listen to this album quite a few more times, I don't know if it would ever make it to a 5. You know, when I think 5, I'm thinking Blizzard of Oz, I'm thinking Diary from Madman, I'm thinking Power Slave. Um, you know, I just High and Dry, Shout at the Devil. It just I don't see that for me that this would ever get to a 5. It probably would be a 4. But for what I listened to, so this is the second time I've listened to it. Kind of curious. I wonder where I put it on that list, in that video. I have to go back and take a look. But it's good. I mean, this is not, this wouldn't even fall into the realm of a does it suck or anything like that. Very good album. His voice would probably grow on me more. Again, I don't dislike it. There were spots during this thing where I was like, ugh. But I think it would have grown on me versus being like, oh my God, I can't listen to this guy again. But the band is great. I definitely, and I am not an instrumental guy. If there were no lyrics, I probably would listen to this album quite a bit. But again, that's just my personal opinion. I absolutely get why people love Mercyful Fate. I remember in high school, this was a big band. People, there were, if you were Mercyful Fate, and then when I was in high school, King Diamond was on his own. So I remember seeing Abigail t-shirts everywhere, and I think them t-shirts everywhere. That's why those two stuck out. But I know Abigail's the big solo album. But man, I absolutely get why people love this band, because the musicianship is just absolutely phenomenal in this one. So, all right, well, let me know what you think. I know a lot of people watching this video probably are big fans of this album, and I get it. I'm sure some of you may go, oh man, get over the satanic thing. I'm not going to. That's just me. I'm not super duper Catholic. I'm not waving the cross in anyone's face, but for me, it's not. Yeah, it's just not anything I ever wanted to get. Not a road I wanted to go down. Not music I really wanted to listen to. So, all right, let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, and I will see ya.